Tenn lys, et lys skal brenne for denne lille jord. Den blanke himmelstjerne, der vi og alle bor. Må alle dele håpet, så gode ting kan skje. Må jord og himmel møtes, et lys er tent for det.
Hi, and welcome back to LoddenPod.
Yep.
We had an idea of making a sort of small Advent series with a short video every Sunday in Advent up until Christmas.
Yes. For those who don't celebrate Advent, most people now know about Advent calendars, but in Advent the Sundays are also important. So it's the first, second, third, and fourth Sunday before Christmas.
Yeah. And so we wanted to talk about how Advent did start out and is a Christian tradition. So Advent means it's based on waiting for Jesus Christ to be born. So it's like a waiting, an anticipation.
Yep.
But we don't want this to be like very Christian.
No.
And like...
So I'm not particularly religious or spiritual person. I very much consider myself sort of culturally Christian, and I appreciate the church for milestones in my life, but it feels wrong to sit here and represent that I am Christian in like a religious belief, because I'm not. But I did grow up Norwegian, and in Norway there is a lot of Christian things in the culture itself. So I don't really associate Christmas with Jesus. For me, it's about family and being around your loved ones and that kind of thing. More like an American Thanksgiving in a lot of ways.
Yeah. And we thought that we would base these 4 videos off of the Norwegian Advent song. And the thing I really like about this specific song is that it's not very Christian at all. It's not religious at all. It has one one verse that is. But
and it has some undertones, but mostly it is about what Advent represents in a lot of ways.
So how to be kind both to the people on the earth and to the earth itself, to be kind to yourself, to comfort people who are sad. So Christmas, even if you're religious or not, can be a really difficult time for some people, and so Advent and Christmas should be about helping them.
Yes.
So not just consuming gifts and things all the time, but actually giving something back and helping people out. And this specific song is very
much underlines that.
Yes.
It is about this first verse that's for today, because we're filming on the first Sunday of Advent, so this is going up the same day, which is a little scary.
Yes.
But this first verse is about heaven and earth meeting, which is about Jesus, because they meet in Jesus.
Yes.
But it is also about the earth and how it is the place we're all sharing the earth. Nobody here is here by themselves. We're all here together, and
we need to respect that and then make sustainable choices in everything we do, so that we can actually keep this earth going instead of polluting it to the degree or extent where we can't turn back, and animals die out, peoples die out.
I mean, it's scary to think about. I find it very scary to think about. A lot of experts already say we're kind of past the point of no return, but I think that we can't give up, because what would that leave us with?
Yes, we have to make sustainable choices, and that's why this week's theme is sustainability.
Yes, and also I don't want anybody to feel overwhelmed by thinking about this. I often do, and it is, be like reducing, like if you make one sustainable choice a month, for instance, just being very like conservative with the estimate, that is better than making no sustainable choices that month. So don't feel like you constantly have to feel bad, but instead feel proud of yourself when you're able to make a more sustainable choice. So it doesn't become something that you're constantly anxious about.
So one of the ways that we as knitters can make some more easy sustainable choices is to use local wool. So we have here some local wool to show you. This is Ask by Hillesvåg. This is Finull by Rauma. Both are Norwegian wool companies, yarn companies that use Norwegian wool. Also, excitingly, today, the 1st of December, Oslo Micro Spinneri, so the super small micro spinnery in Oslo, Norway, is opening.
Yeah, it's super exciting. We're here filming instead of attending that because we wanted to do this. But we're both in the Oslo area. I live in Oslo. Frida lives right outside. And so we're both really excited to see what's going to be coming out of there, because Hillesvåg and Rauma are not local to our area. They're local to us in terms of being Norway.
Yes. And the cool thing about this new yarn company is that they're going to use wool farmers, sheep farmers, local to Oslo. So in and around the Oslo area, and it's going to be spun in Oslo. I think it's her parents' old farm or something where she's set up.
I think so.
Something like that.
I don't remember. Something like that.
So anyways, congratulations Oslo Micro Spinneri for opening up today. We're so proud to have our own little spinning company in Oslo.
And we wish you the best of luck.
Yes. So Advent is probably most known for its calendars. Another, I guess it's quite sustainable to do, instead of getting things, you can make something all through. So this is the yarn that I have chosen to use for Jonsen Knit's Advent calendar. So he has like mystery knit along. So every Sunday up until Christmas you get part of the pattern for a couple of mittens. And so
super excited.
These are the colors that I've chosen to do.
I've chosen these colors. Don't remember right now. I'm pretty sure it's Tinde, but I might remember that incorrectly. So I'm not, I don't really quite remember right now because I don't have the band for it.
No. And Tinde is a Norwegian pelt wool by Hillesvåg.
Yeah. And so these are the colors that I'm going to use. And I picked them before I knew what the pattern was. So we're just gonna go with it.
Yes. Well, actually, I partly picked it before, but then I had a lighter green with these, but then to get a bit more of a contrast, I decided to go with the yellow. And so I have this beautiful hand-dyed yarn by Laila, Verbit, that I'm gonna use.
Yeah. I have 2 hand-dyed. We're just gonna put this like that. 2 hand-dyed, which is also by Verbit, and then the blue one is factory dyed. And I'm actually really excited about that. And these are going to be probably going to end up being a gift for someone for their birthday, which is after Christmas. So I have time to knit all of it.
Yes.
Indeed. I mean, we did now spend all this time talking about sustainability and you don't have to give gifts and that kind of stuff. We did also, though, buy an advent calendar that does involve material things.
It does. I feel, though, that, so it's very yarny.
Very yarny.
And I think that some parts is also, so it's local. The thing that we're also, it's made by Helene, or Fabel Knitwear. She's in Oslo, so we went and picked it up there. And I think it's really good to also support local small indie shops.
Definitely. We definitely do that.
We do that, and I feel like we could have, because we did talk about earlier this year to buy another yarn advent calendar from abroad.
Yeah.
But we weren't really comfortable with it because it would come from probably, I think it was the States.
Yes.
And also the yarn in that one had a lot of nylon and other
Yes, it was.
fibers.
Yes.
And so we ended up not doing that. And so when Helena came out with her advent calendar, it was a bit too tempting.
It was. I actually wasn't planning on buying one because when she put it out for pre-sale, it just wasn't feasible for me. And so I was like, okay, I am a little disappointed that I don't get to participate. I really wanted to, but it is what it is, you know? And then I accidentally ended up helping out Laila at the knitters market, yarn market, knitters market last.
So Strickarnes market is a very small like knitting market, and they had a Christmas market this November.
Yes. So I ended up helping out there in the beginning, and Fabel Knitwear was right next to Verbit, and I saw and I talked to her a little bit, and she had 3 advent calendars for sale, and one of them contained one of my favorite pieces from her. And even though that one also has nylon and stuff in it, I was not able to resist. And it's very much.
I have to also say that I'm okay with there being some nylon in sock yarn, for example, just because I've had so many that are just pure wool that really don't hold up. You can get pure wool socks that hold up, but you have to have some other fibers than just short Norwegian wool fibers.
Yes, you have to have fibers like this.
Which is that?
This is
wool. Prydvev.
This is Prydvev garn. I don't know what this is called in English. I'll put it up on the screen. Basically, this is hand dyed, but let's see if we can find. It's a very thin but very strong.
Yeah, it has long fibers, I believe.
Yeah, and so basically you use this to reinforce. Yeah. You can use it in just the heel and the toe, or what I'm doing is I specifically bought these pretty hand-dyed ones so I can match it up with just more boring old yarn from my stash and make something cool out of it.
Yeah, I want to get some of that.
So
I haven't tried it though, but I've heard really good things about adding it.
I have also this.
I haven't seen these ones.
These are like a little bit more. Yeah.
Cool. But so we're filming this on the 1st, and so we thought we would open them on camera. But we won't do this for all of the.
No, we're only opening these because we are actually filming it on the 1st. We're gonna have to film for the 2nd later today as well.
Yes.
and the 3rd and the 4th. Potentially later, potentially now, depending on how the lighting situation stays. So we're just opening these on the 1st one because it's actually the 1st because we bought them for ourselves and not for the podcast.
Yes. I have a different base than you, so we're going to see how the colors dye up differently on different types of yarns.
Yeah, it's really exciting. So I have the Athena base.
Yes.
Which is the one with the
stellina
in it, so it's a little glittery.
Yes.
And between this one and the other one that she had available, I was like, oh, I'm definitely getting this one.
It's very sparkly and pretty.
Yes.
And I have Ask, which is the same yarn as this. So it's a pure Norwegian wool.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think this is inspired by? I think it's inspired by Sugar Plum Fairy.
Oh, me too.
Oh no, that makes sense. Have you seen the name?
Oh my god, yes, it makes total sense.
Oh, look how pretty. Oh, this first color is called Kakeman. So it's like cake man. It's a Norwegian Christmas cookie. So it's like a white type of cakey cookie.
Yeah.
It's very soft. And it's usually decorated with some red just coloring down this side, so buttons, and it can have some green in it as well. And so this is how it's colored up on us.
Oh,
so you can see it's quite muted.
Yeah. Did you see the little dump up in the corner?
Yeah, I did.
And this is how it looks on the Athena.
So you can see it's a lot more like clear, so the colors haven't, I don't want to say bleed, but it's more like a clear base with clear speckles, whilst on the Usk it's more like pinkish base.
I'm so happy with with this. And then we also got a little knitting marker.
Yes, so we got a stitch marker. So they're not. Oh, here you go.
Yeah,
this is a photo of the kakemen.
I didn't even.
So you can see. No, very nice.
Yeah.
So you can see that it's like a cream base, and then it has some patterns in green and red food dye that's just painted on. Here's the one I got. So it's a little present.
And here's the one I got, which is a little sock.
Little stocking.
A little stocking.
Very nice.
I don't want to show this, but apparently there's a surprise on Ravelry also included.
It's very nice.
Which is really cool. I was not expecting that.
Helena, you did a good job.
This is really cool.
I can't wait till next week now.
Me neither. I'm like, oh.
Oh, this is so exciting. I think it would be really cool if we did the same thing.
Oh, yes.
And maybe we can do something where we exchange some yarns. There's so many ideas.
There's so many ideas.
Yes. And also, we should mention that these yarns, these colors are a limited edition.
And they're also exclusive, at least for now, to the advent calendar. So I don't know if she's gonna like release them again next year or something. We don't know, so I don't know if they're exclusive forever, but at least for now they're exclusive just to the advent calendar, which is sold out, unfortunately.
Yes. What I like about this, and for you international viewers, is that now you get sort of a look into Norwegian Christmas traditions and advent traditions.
Yeah.
I really like that. That's so cool.
Yes.
Very nice. Also, on the point of advent calendars, we had also been talking about doing something for each other.
Just as friends, not as like for the podcast.
No, just something, you know, spread some joy. But we didn't want to spend too much money. We didn't want to have too much pressure or...
And especially with gift advent calendars, they can get really, really expensive really quickly.
It's a lot of time and it's a lot of things that you probably don't need.
Yeah.
We thought that we would still do one Sunday in advent, but we're going to do... So you're going to give me 2 and I'm going to give you 2. So we're going to use...
Alternate.
Yeah, alternate. So it's going to be 1 per Sunday, but we're just going to get 2 each. And I think that's really nice. You don't have to...
It's a lot less pressure. They're going to be small things. We're not something we're going to spend like a lot of money on. Again, it's definitely the thought that counts in this kind of situation. It's not supposed to be a time of extravagance. No,
exactly. So this is the first one for you. Here you go.
Thank you. I'm really excited. I wasn't expecting to be opening gifts today. I mean, I was expecting some, but not like this.
Oh, it's very apt, isn't it? I love it. Okay, let's show. So, it's a set of some stickers and also some stamps that say made,
with love.
Homemade, made with love. I almost died making this for you. This took me hours to make. So, you know, you can...
I made this for you, please forgive me.
Yeah. So I figure, like, on all the homemade gifts, you can do a little stamp or a little sticker.
That's lovely. Thank you so much. And then you have a little...
I do have a little. I recently learned how to spin, so I took a course with Ronja or LoddenPod. I bought an advent calendar with wool, so small roll lags from LoddenPod, so that I again could keep practicing. So it is a bit indulgent, but it's also meant so that I can keep
Yes.
keep practicing, learning it.
In our next episode, full-length episode, which is coming out later this week, you go into more detail about all of this. So we can leave the rest of it because you do explain it very well there.
Good.
So this is the first one from the dental spin calendar.
Oh, wow! Oh, I love this. It's a little rolag. And to me, this really, like, it's very Advent-y. So it has a bit of the purple.
Which is the Advent calendar.
Or
The Advent color was what I meant to say. Purple is the Advent color.
So in Christianity, colors have a significance, and for Advent, specifically violet, so the more cold blue tone purple, is the color. And so you have that there, you have a bit of green, and then some yellow. And so also lighting candles, you can see behind us we have the Advent candlestick holder. So there's 4 candles, 1 for each Sunday. So there's purple candles and then the light, and I feel like that's
pretty represented.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about this. It's so great, guys.
Sustainability, you don't need a lot of things.
Which is really like, the point is not to be perfect, the point is just to be mindful.
Yes. Yes. I think that's everything we have for today.
Like I mentioned, there's a full-length episode that is almost finished edited and that will be out later this week, which is it's over an hour because we go on and on when we get together, which is really the point of this podcast.
I mean, if we get this at, maybe 15 minutes, we've done a good job.
We will be so happy.
Yes. So yeah, in a few days you'll see the next full-length episode. That will have been filmed before this, so if you see the timeline is a bit like wonky, that's why. And then we'll be back in a week next Sunday.
Yeah.
Have a great Advent.
Have a great Advent, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.